I don't know if you saw that, but there's a little fly flying around here. Probably wanted to get into this cup of coffee. Yeah, got a problem with little fruit flies in the fall here. Anyway, where are we here? Doesn't take much to distract me, just a little fly. Anyway, we're pretty much the way we were yesterday. And yeah, you remember we painted this one with a brush. And I want to take a close look and see how it looks in comparison to this one here, which is about the same size. In fact, I think it's identical almost. Anyway, and just see what the difference is if we look close up. Remember, this is the one that we had to do a little repair on the bow, and we also did a little repair on this right here. We'll take a close look with that, the macro lens. Now, probably about half of these boats have to be painted on the inside because, in fact, it looks like more than half because these upper parts, you might call them the decking, over half of them, or half of them at least, are see-through. So we can see through, and I don't want it to be the gray, I want it to be dark. Now, I'm either going to be using the number 77 dark gray or the number 69, the NATO black. Both are a flat paint. I think that they most likely will use the dark gray. It'll contrast pretty good here. And I think when we look down through the seats or whatever it happens to be, we're going to see that it's going to almost look black. So yeah, I think we'll probably use the dark gray. Anyway, let's stick on the macro lens here and have a close look. At the base of the bird feeder, I had just put out fresh carrots. And I came back in the house and I was checking the surveillance monitor to make sure it was focused in the right place. And it was. And Pesky the squirrel shows up. This is the first time I've seen a squirrel around the bird feeder. Now Pesky looks up the pole and sort of thinking, should I climb up the pole and see what's up there? And I guess thought to itself, oh, probably nothing. And off it goes. Eventually, Pesky the squirrel's curiosity is going to get the better of it, and it is going to climb the pole. Then I'll have to deal with it. Now, people are probably going to ask me, what kind of squirrel is that? Well, I really don't know. It might be what's known as an eastern gray squirrel. If anybody knows for sure, now, if you only know for sure, in the comments below, please, and let us know. Thank you. I know that people were telling me I was going to have squirrel problems, and this is just the beginning. Okay, now, you'll notice we got this little divot here. Well, this happens to be, just by coincidence, the boat that had that I nipped the sprue off badly. Yeah, that was too bad. Seems to me I said that in that episode too. Anyway, you can see here where the repair job was done. And I'll see if I can find the clip that had the original in it the way it was before we painted over it. Okay, this is definitely a scrape. Okay, now let's look at the other one. I went to take a sip. Maybe if I do it like this. Yeah. You know, it's still alive. It's still alive. Okay, the one on the left here is the one that we had airbrushed, and we had done the little repair job with the paintbrush. The one on the right here is the one that we brushed the entire thing. Now I'll spin it around, but I think in order to be able to see, how our painting came out. Okay, our painted one with the brush is now on the left, of course. It's very difficult to see any difference. I'm going to put the other lens back on and move back out so we can see the entire boat. Maybe try and do it so we can see both of them at the same time. Yeah, and we can still see where that repair is if I can get it to cast a shadow there. Anyway, we're not going to notice that. Guarantee you, we are not going to notice that once it's mounted on the ship. Okay, a moment ago I had to spend a bit of time to figure out now which was which. And the airbrushed one is the one that's closest to you. Now, this is the one that we painted with the brush. And I didn't even do it properly. I should have, thinned my paint out a little bit and done 2 coats. When I see something like this, I think to myself, why am I bothering airbrushing all these little parts? I can maybe use a paintbrush and save myself a lot of frustration. Now, granted, when it comes to doing the main hull of the ship, and you got that huge piece of plastic there that you want to paint, then I would say the airbrush is the way to go. But, yeah, are you noticing a big difference? I'm not. Okay, I think we've beat this to death, haven't we? You saw what happened yesterday when Pesky the squirrel came by, but didn't bother to go up the pole. Well, that was yesterday. Today things are different. Pesky has found a gold mine. Yeah. And if you see on the other surveillance camera, which is watching simultaneously, you can see another squirrel coming by. I don't know what the name of that one is. Anyway, it's obviously not a friend of Pesky's because Pesky chases it off. And they spend quite a bit of time chasing each other around the big tree. Well, probably Pesky's doing the chasing. That's my gold mine. You keep out of it. I guess I'm going to have to put some sort of a squirrel guard around it. I'll think of something. A few moments ago, I was kind of, you might say, struggling to get this particular deck to fit in the hull. And I'm thinking, well, have I got the wrong one? And then I realized that when I put it down on the masking tape here, I put it the wrong way up, so I've actually painted the wrong side. So I'm going to have to do this one, I guess, with a brush. Yeah. Funny I didn't notice that. I wonder if any of the viewers noticed that. I wonder if a viewer noticed that and commented and I didn't read it. Well, I would have read it because I read all my comments. Mind you, I have to be honest, I haven't read the comments that came in this morning yet. So possibly somebody saw that. Anyway, okay, looks like we only have to paint 7 of the 13 on the inside. It's obvious why we don't have to paint these ones. Not going to see the inside anyway. Oh, and another thing, the ones that require a propeller and rudder and stuff like that, I think the time to put that stuff on is last, because when I'm handling these, there's a greater chance of breaking it. Well, these ones here, you notice on the bottom there's like little, at first it looks like flashing, but it's not. These are positioning pins that have to go somewhere on the deck. Now, the last, I guess, maybe 4 episodes that I've uploaded onto YouTube, it's gone really, really slow. I don't know if it's me or if it's YouTube. It used to be that for every minute that I had to upload, it would take about, a little over 2 minutes to upload. The last one has taken about 5 minutes to upload 1 minute. And I have just barely made it a couple of times. So I'm going to cut this off. Also, I want to see if I can give myself a haircut later this afternoon. And yeah, and we'll see you tomorrow, and thanks for watching. Oh, there will be a sunrise at the end of this video. Nothing special. That's probably why I never talked about it. Now we'll see you tomorrow.